Hey guys, how's it going? Spinosaurus the King here, and before I get started with today's video, I want to give a huge shout out to my homie Jacob 101. He's actually the 3D animator on my team, and let's get his channel to over 1,000 subscribers and over 4,000 public watch hours so he can get paid on YouTube. He told me he's going to buy realistic looking 3D Jurassic World dinosaur models that are 100% accurate to the movie for his channel and for mine. So if you wish to see amazing 3D dinosaur battles and intros on his channel and mine with realistic looking Jurassic World dinosaurs, then please share his channel with all your friends and family and like all his videos, post a positive comment and subscribe, and yeah. Please consider doing the exact same thing to my channel if you're enjoying my content. Anyways, today's video will not be a Jurassic World video. I'm going to be talking about the new trailer we got recently for Spider-Man No Way Home. I'll be talking about some theories I have for the movie and the plot and what we know so far about this movie. Warning, there will be heavy spoilers in this video, so if you don't wish to have Spider-Man No Way Home spoiled for you, then please click off this video right now. Anyways, let's get started with today's video. So the plot of this movie is everyone found out who Tom Holland's Spider-Man really was, which is Peter Parker. So he talks to Doctor Strange and asks him if he can cast a spell to make everyone forget who he really is, and he said yes. However, Wong warns Doctor Strange to not cast that spell as it's way too dangerous, and Doctor Strange says he won't, but of course he still casts the spell, which causes a multiverse in this movie. So basically, after he casts the spell, it opens up 2 different dimensions, and if you look carefully in the trailer, you see 3 different orange circles when he casts the spell, which indicates one of them is the Tom Holland Spider-Man universe, the other one is the Tobey Maguire Spider-Man universe, and the other one is the Andrew Garfield Spider-Man universe, which basically causes all 3 of these different dimensions to collide in one to go all the way to the Tom Holland universe. And that's why I believe this movie is called No Way Home, because once the Tobey Maguire Spider-Man universe and the Andrew Garfield Spider-Man universe collide into the Tom Holland universe, perhaps they have No Way Home, which may indicate there may be a sequel to this movie, or which may indicate we may get more movies with Tobey Maguire Spider-Man and Andrew Garfield Spider-Man. Now, in terms of Spider-Man 4, I'm not sure if we're ever going to get that. It is rumored. I really hope we do, because at one point, you know, we're actually supposed to get Spider-Man 4, 5, and 6, and of course, The Amazing Spider-Man 3, but we'll have to just wait and see. If we don't get that, I hope we do get some more movies with Tobey and Andrew, but we'll have to wait and see. It's just great to have them back overall, because Tobey Maguire is my favorite Spider-Man, and Andrew Garfield is my second favorite Spider-Man, and Tom Holland is my third favorite Spider-Man. Then shortly after in this trailer, we see the return of Thomas Hayden Church as Sandman, and for a split second we also get shocked by lightning, which was probably Jamie Foxx as Electro. However, if you look carefully, Electro in this trailer was not the blue Electro, same from The Amazing Spider-Man 2. They actually changed him to become a yellow and green Electro, because I guess they want to make it more comic action. I'm actually really happy about. Then right after, we see Willem Dafoe's Green Goblin return, and he does that laugh he did in the first movie, and then he throws a bomb at a road to kill people and destroys a bunch of cars since he's evil. And of course, the biggest reveal in this trailer was when we saw the return of Alfred Molina as Dr. Octopus. He climbs out of a hole in a road where he fell into, and he says, "Hello, Peter." However, if you look carefully when he said "Hello, Peter," he wasn't talking to Tom Holland's Spider-Man, and here's why. Because you can clearly see the background difference between the two. For example, when Dr. Octopus said "Hello, Peter," the background was cloudy and dark and the road was destroyed. However, when you see Tom Holland's Spider-Man, the road is clear, no cracks, and you see the same ones that were destroyed in the Green Goblin scene, and the sky is blue and clear. So what's actually happening here is Tom Holland's Spider-Man is fighting Willem Dafoe's Green Goblin, and I believe either Andrew Garfield's Spider-Man or Tobey Maguire's Spider-Man will be fighting Dr. Octopus, but hopefully Tobey Maguire's Spider-Man, because I'd rather see him fight him than Andrew Garfield's Spider-Man, because he's part of the same universe as him. And also, I noticed that Dr. Octopus, they gave him like a different outfit. Like, sure, it's the same one from Spider-Man 2, however, the hair is more curly, and he's wearing a green coat, and I think why they're doing this is because they want to make it more comic accurate to the Dr. Octopus in the comics, which I'm really happy about. And this reminds me of Spider-Man 3 compared to Venom 2018. They actually updated Venom in 2018 to make him bigger and have no webs on the suit, and to make him have an alien-like voice, and give the symbiote an actual personality. So Venom in 2018 was just way better than Venom in 2007. And also, I think Tom Hardy did a better job as Eddie Brock than Topher Grace, and the reason why is because Eddie Brock is supposed to be a big, strong, jacked guy, not some, skinny guy. Like, Topher Grace is still strong, but like, he's too skinny and weak to play Eddie Brock. However, Tom Hardy is perfect for Eddie Brock because he's bigger and stronger, and he kind of looks more accurate to Eddie Brock too. However, I'm not saying I don't like Topher Grace in Spider-Man 3. If he was big and jacked, then I think he would have been pretty much just as good as Tom Hardy. Anyways, next I'm going to be talking about some theories I have. So, as we all know, Willem Dafoe's Green Goblin died in Spider-Man in 2002 by trying to kill Spider-Man, but instead he accidentally killed himself. And same goes for Alfred Molina's Dr. Octopus in Spider-Man 2. He died by saving the city from the giant sun experiment he made by drowning it to the bottom of the ocean. So, now I'm going to be talking about how they are alive in No Way Home. So maybe in this movie we get a flashback to Spider-Man in 2002 where Green Goblin is in his grave, and shortly after, when Peter and MJ and Harry all leave, the dimension portal opens up and gets him out of his grave and brings him back to life and brings him to the Tom Holland dimension. And then right after, we get a flashback to 2004 Spider-Man 2 where we see Dr. Octopus sinking into the bottom of the ocean with the sun that he drowned, and then the dimension portal opens up and brings him back to life and brings him to the Tom Holland dimension. That's what I think is going to happen. And then we get a flashback to Spider-Man 3 in 2007 where Sandman flies away from Spider-Man. But then shortly after, the dimension portal opens up and brings him to the Tom Holland Spider-Man dimension. In my opinion, this will be the best way to bring back these characters. Also, apparently it's confirmed that Tobey Maguire Spider-Man and Andrew Garfield Spider-Man are returning in this movie, as they have been seen on set a few times. And, you know, think about why would they bring the Andrew Garfield Spider-Man villains and the Tobey Maguire Spider-Man villains without bringing Andrew Garfield and Tobey Maguire as Spider-Man? That would disappoint all the fans if they didn't bring them back. So I'm pretty sure they're going to bring those two back, because if they don't, then Marvel knows that they're going to be disappointing like 95-100% of the fans. So perhaps we also get another flashback to Spider-Man 3 back in 2007, where after Peter hugs MJ, he leaves the bar, and right when he goes outside, the dimension portal opens up and brings him to the Tom Holland dimension. And for the Andrew Garfield Spider-Man, we get a flashback to 2014 where he's fighting the Rhino. Him and the Rhino both get brought to the Tom Holland Spider-Man dimension, and same goes for Electro. Apparently we will see all the villains from the Tobey and Andrew universe in this movie, as this movie is apparently supposed to be like Avengers Endgame but Spider-Man version, which means everyone is coming back. So if James Franco Harry Osborn is back, perhaps he gets brought out of his grave and brought back to life, then brought to the Tom Holland dimension in this movie. Also, it is rumored that Topher Grace's Venom might be in this movie. I don't know if that's possible. However, it is 100% confirmed that Tom Hardy's Venom is going to be in this movie, because if you look carefully in the trailer, the face of Venom was shown for like a split second, and same with the Lizard from The Amazing Spider-Man back in 2012. Also, apparently Vulture and Mysterio and Rhino is going to be in this movie too. Anyways, now that I talked about all my theories on how Doctor Strange's multiverse dimension spell will bring back Tobey and Andrew characters, I'm now going to talk about my overall thoughts on this movie. So the plot of this movie sounds amazing. I've been waiting for a multiverse Spider-Man movie for a very long time now, and of course the return of Tobey Maguire and Andrew Garfield characters for a very long time, especially Tobey Maguire. So this movie may end up being my favorite Spider-Man film, but we will have to wait and see before I can make that call. I'm super excited to see Tobey Maguire return as Spider-Man, as he is by far my favorite actor for Spider-Man. Basically, everything about the Sam Raimi Spider-Man trilogy is perfect, except for the black-suited Spider-Man and Venom. However, Tobey Maguire's Spider-Man costume is by far my favorite, and the Danny Elfman Spider-Man soundtrack was by far the best Spider-Man soundtrack ever. Sadly, Danny Elfman won't be composing the soundtrack for No Way Home. However, hopefully the filmmakers get Danny's permission to use his Spider-Man soundtrack in this movie for the Tobey Maguire Spider-Man scenes. Like, imagine the Doctor Octopus theme from Spider-Man 2, and the Sandman theme from Spider-Man 3, and the Spider-Man theme when all of these characters appear. And the Venom theme that Danny Elfman made as well. I'd love to hear all those soundtracks again in this movie, as it gives me goosebumps of excitement every time. Also, the story of the Sam Raimi Spider-Man trilogy is just so badass, like no tomorrow, and the character development was amazing as well. And I like the story how Harry thought Peter killed his dad. And in the second film, Harry shows a little bit more anger to Peter. And once the third film comes around, it's a full-on war between Harry and Peter, which was great. But then, of course, Harry's butler, Bernard, tells Harry's father killed himself, and it wasn't Peter. I can also relate the most to Tobey Maguire's Spider-Man, as I look a lot like him since we're similar in muscular build. as we both have been treated like shit by young girls, and we've had our hearts broken and treated bad by our boss at our jobs, and I have dealt with so many haters while Peter has dealt with so many villains, so I insanely relate to him, and of course the JP3 Spinosaurus relates to me and Tobey Maguire Spider-Man as well. Also, Tobey Maguire Spider-Man relates so well to the comic Spider-Man too. And the Sam Raimi universe villains were amazing actors and had amazing costumes and amazing backstories on why they were evil. So these villains are the best villains ever. Andrew Garfield's Spider-Man I thought was cool. The action scenes and the story was cool, and the villains were awesome, especially the Lizard and the Rhino and Electro. And Tom Holland's Spider-Man is my least favorite, as he's not American, he's British, and he's a bit too short and weak to be Spider-Man, and his acting wasn't as good as Tobey and Andrew. I rate Tobey Maguire Spider-Man a solid 10 out of 10. I rate Andrew Garfield Spider-Man a solid 8 out of 10, and Tom Holland Spider-Man a solid 6 out of 10. Sam Raimi, Uncle Ben, and Aunt May were the best actors ever for those roles. And the Aunt May and Uncle Ben that we saw in The Amazing Spider-Man and The Amazing Spider-Man 2, they were good, but they weren't nearly as good as the ones we saw in the Sam Raimi universe. The only reasons why I'm so excited for this new Spider-Man movie is because Tobey Maguire characters are coming back, the Andrew Garfield characters are coming back, and of course the Venom from 2018 is coming back. Those are the only reasons why I'm excited, and of course it would be great to see a multiverse. However, I'm not super excited for Tom Holland's Spider-Man. And of course, J.K. Simmons nails it as Jonah Jameson, as well as Tobey Maguire, because we know that J.K. Simmons is coming back as well. And like, when you just look at Tobey Maguire's acting, when he's crying or when he's angry or when he's happy, he acts it out so well. And even in the fight scenes in the original 3 films, they were so badass and so intense. Like, if you look at the fight scenes in the Amazing Spider-Man movies and the Tom Holland Spider-Man movies, they're not as intense and violent as the one in Sam Raimi's universe. That's why I prefer Sam Raimi's universe more as well. Overall, I'm super excited. My favorite Spider-Man actors are returning, as I thought they sadly weren't going to return. However, they're back, and I'm super excited. Now, for the ending of No Way Home, I have a theory that Doctor Strange can't find a way home for Tobey and Andrew Spider-Man, and they become stuck in the Tom Holland universe, which would explain why this movie is called No Way Home, and maybe that leads to a sequel. Also, the Lizard and Venom were seen for a split second, as I said in the trailer, which is amazing. And it looks obviously like the Tom Hardy Venom and the same Lizard from the Andrew Garfield universe, which is just really awesome. Overall, I'm super excited to see a Spider-Man multiverse movie with all the villains from the live-action movies. Man, oh man, these 3 Spider-Mans are in for a treat with all these bad guys. Like, think about it. We have so many bad guys in this movie. The 3 Spider-Mans are in trouble. But I'm pretty sure they're going to find a way to win, which is very exciting. But it's just very exciting how many villains we're going to get in this movie. Hopefully we also get Carnage, but if not, we got Venom, Let There Be Carnage as well for a separate movie. Anyways, what are all your thoughts on the upcoming Spider-Man movie? Are you excited? Are you not excited? Which characters are you most excited to see? And tell me, who is your favorite Spider-Man villains? I'd love to hear all your opinions in the comments down below. To end this video, I'd like to give a huge thanks to my YouTube team. Jacob 101, my 3D animator. David Church, the best director I met on Instagram. BK Go Crazy, my very first hardcore Spinosaurus fan. Zane Schiller, my first friend in the Jurassic Park community on Instagram. Anthony Ellis, my drawer who draws epic background pictures that I use in some of my videos. Rafly Siregar, my comedian, since he makes me laugh the most. And Animal World, my best dinosaur friend. Also guys, my 3D animator Jacob 101 will be buying realistic looking 3D dinosaur models for animation for his videos and the animation he makes me. So if you want to see better quality 3D dinosaurs on his channel that look exactly identical to the Jurassic Park dinosaurs, then make sure you subscribe to his channel, like all his videos, and post friendly comments, and share his channel with all your friends. Let's help him get to over 1,000 subscribers and 4,000 watch hours so we can get monetized on YouTube, so we can start making better content for his channel and mine. If any of you know how to play any instruments and would like to join my team to help create soundtracks for my upcoming movies with my team, then please contact me on any of my social medias. If you're wondering what I offer, you join my team to help create soundtracks. I'll give you a shout out at the end of every video. If I get people to donate to my Patreon, I'll share my Patreon with you guys, and I'll help you get more subscribers on YouTube. If any of you know how to make custom 3D dinosaur or human models, please contact me, as I'm currently looking for someone. The benefits I offer if you either join my team to help animate or help create custom models: I share my Patreon donations with my animators, I share my PayPal donations with my animators, a shout out at the end of every video I upload, and your YouTube social media links in the description of every video I upload. Animating with me will definitely provide you great practice to significantly over time improve your animation and custom 3D model skills. If my YouTube channel gets big one day, I'll definitely make sure your channel does as well. I'm also looking for more 3D animators to join my team as well, so if you're interested, then contact me on my social media. I'm also currently looking for an artist to help me create Sponsors of the King merchandise. And the benefits of you becoming my artist designer: I will split every t-shirt sale I make on Teespring 50-50 between the both of us, and I will give your social media and YouTube a shout out at the end of every video I upload, plus your links in the description below. Also, I got brand new Patreon offers that are currently available on my Patreon for tires. One of them is donating to me and my animators. If me and my animators receive enough money, we definitely will quit our jobs and work full-time on YouTube. So definitely consider joining and check out all the offers I have on my Patreon. You may be interested. And another one is custom Photoshop thumbnails, where I make thumbnails that are $5 per one. Another offer is just to support us in general. And then the last one is a YouTube discussion video with me once a month. It can be up to 1 hour long. That will cost $15 a month. And if you join any of my Patreon offers, your social media links will be in the description below and at the end of every video. And you'll also be able to pick future topics for the channel. Also, if you guys wish to join my Discord server to chat with me about Jurassic Park and other stuff, you're more than welcome to. Just remember to be respectful and polite. The link will be in the description below to my website and my Discord. If you're enjoying the content on my YouTube channel, make sure to hit the subscribe button and turn on all notifications so you don't miss anything new. Leave a like and a friendly comment. If you have any friends and family who you think would enjoy my content, please share this video with them, and also my YouTube channel too. And don't forget to do the exact same thing for my YouTube team, and have an amazing day, everyone.